The strength of silent expression. In a realm where words appear to diminish in significance, where clamor and superficiality reign supreme, certain inquiries emerge. Can we convey our significance without uttering a single word? Is it conceivable to perceive the value and motives of those around us beyond verbal communication? According to the age-old principles of Stoicism, the resounding affirmation is affirmative. The Stoics posited that fortitude stood as a paramount attribute of human character, one that could manifest through deeds rather than speech. Today, we extend an invitation to embark on a journey of personal metamorphosis, wherein you will uncover methods to discern your significance and emerge as a paragon for yourself and the world. Understanding your worth transcends mere self-assurance. It entails reshaping others' perceptions and treatment of you. It equates to possessing a formidable prowess in your romantic endeavors, yet many remain unaware of this latent ability. Let us unearth this revelation in the forthcoming video. Let us delve into the depths of authenticity and rawness, comprehending your value through a distinct lens. But before we begin the chapters to demonstrate your interest to your loved one without needing to say anything, I must tell you something very important. If you are new to this channel, you should know that you are in a place exclusively for winners, where we don't want excuses, sorrows, or tears. Here we provide the wise information you need, making you a warrior fully prepared for any difficulty that life puts in your way and ensuring you achieve absolute success. For that reason, you must subscribe and activate the notification bell to not miss any of our wise mentorships. That said, let's continue with this great journey towards your solution. Chapter 1. Grasping your authentic value has stood the trial of time. Stoicism. Yes, you heard correctly, Stoicism. This age-old philosophy isn't merely about suppressing emotions or enduring hardships. It's about discerning what truly holds significance in life, particularly in our interpersonal connections. Allow me to guide you through steps to tap into your inner Stoic and uncover your genuine worth in relationships. Trust me, this isn't your conventional advice from a couples therapist. Firstly, empower yourself in ways that may have eluded your consideration. Are you prepared to embark on this journey? Let's commence and unveil the secrets for a more fulfilling, respectful, and empowering romantic life. Stay tuned, as this will revolutionize the dynamics and challenge some preconceived notions. Some truths might appear harsh or unsettling, but confronting them is imperative. It's the sole path to attaining complete happiness. Step number 1. Comprehend your worth. I know what you're thinking, another discourse on self-love. However, stick with me. This isn't about gazing into a mirror and reciting affirmations of self-worth. So, what relevance does Stoicism hold in understanding your value within relationships? Quite a bit, actually. The Stoics advocate for focusing on what lies within our control, emphasizing that self-esteem is entirely within our domain. This isn't contingent on the number of likes garnered on social media platforms or whether someone extends a friend request. It's about your self-perception and intrinsic value. Consider this analogy. Envision yourself as a precious gemstone. Not everyone comprehends the value of a rare gem. Some may overlook it without recognizing its true worth. Yet, that doesn't diminish the gem's value. It remains precious, rare, and distinct. Similarly, your genuine essence is invaluable, irrespective of whether others acknowledge it. Let's be pragmatic. Rejection is a universal experience. We've all encountered moments of feeling inadequate, particularly in our hyper-connected society where everyone seemingly portrays their ideal existence. Here, Stoicism offers a poignant reminder. Your value isn't contingent on external validation but on the integrity of your actions and virtues. Are you living a life aligned with your values, demonstrating kindness, honesty, and resilience? Engage in introspection. Contemplate not just surface-level attributes but your core values. What qualities resonate with you? Whether it's compassion, resilience, or being an attentive listener, these attributes contribute to your intrinsic value. Here's the crux. When you authentically comprehend and embrace your worth, it transforms your interactions within relationships. You no longer tolerate mistreatment, not out of arrogance but out of self-respect. Here's a Stoic exercise for you. When feeling undervalued, refrain from spiraling into self-doubt. Instead, ponder on your strengths and values. It's not about boasting but silently acknowledging your deservingness of external validation. As Marcus Aurelius, the esteemed Stoic emperor, stated, "You have power over your mind, not external events." Recognize this and you'll find inner strength. In relationships, it's about deriving strength from your intrinsic worth, irrespective of external validation. Remember, your value isn't static. It's a continual journey, a practice that necessitates nurturing. Each day, remind yourself of your inherent value, not contingent on others' opinions but rooted in your essence. Chapter 2: The Craft of Nonverbal Communication. Fundamental Phase 2: Exhibit yourself with grace. Before you conjure up an image of a Stoic as a severe, unsmiling figure from antiquity, let me clarify. Stoicism isn't about suppressing your emotions or displaying indifference. It's about discerning what merits your attention and what doesn't. The manner in which you present yourself warrants your attention. Thus, let's delve into what it entails to present oneself with grace. In relationships, we often exert excessive effort to impress, inadvertently losing our authenticity in the process. We may alter our attire or speech to garner approval. Here's where our Stoic insight becomes invaluable. Your dignity isn't in superficial appearances or trendy locales, it's in your conduct, your choices. Imagine this scenario: two individuals are on a date at a cafe. One strives to impress with superficial displays, while the other exudes authenticity. Who do you think leaves a lasting impression? The genuine one. That's the potency of presenting oneself with grace. Stoics advocate for living with integrity and self-respect. How does this translate to modern dating? Simply put, if you're passionate about something, own it. Be genuine. It's not about pretense, it's about being comfortable and confident in your skin, knowing your inherent worth. Furthermore, treat yourself with respect. Your self-treatment sets the precedent for others' treatment of you. By valuing your time, energy, and emotions, you convey that you deserve respect. In the words of Titus, another esteemed Stoic philosopher, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. In relationships, your reactions and behaviors speak volumes. Are you reacting with despair or dignity? Are you compromising your values to fit in, or are you standing firm, even if it means standing alone? You needn't strive for perfection. We're all human, prone to mistakes and awkward moments. The crucial aspect is how you navigate these moments. Do you falter under pressure, or do you maintain composure and learn from the experience? Take a moment to ponder, how can we begin to present ourselves with more grace? Perhaps it involves setting boundaries or declining situations incongruent with our values. Maybe it's as simple as treating others with kindness and respect. When you recognize yourself as worthy of respect, the world perceives it too. Step 3: Limit access. This might sound antiquated or stringent, but hear me out. It's not about playing hard to get, it's about respecting yourself and understanding your value. Stoicism emphasizes self-discipline and control, discerning what's truly valuable and not dispensing it carelessly. In an era of instant gratification, restraint is akin to a breath of fresh air. Consider relationships. There's often a rush to divulge everything: our time, space, deepest thoughts. Yet, the Stoics advocate for restraint. Something readily available often loses its allure. So, how do you limit access with dignity and stoicism? Firstly, consider your presentation. Dress elegantly yet modestly, signifying self-value. Strike a balance, neither hiding nor flaunting. Then, there's your time and attention. In a world of constant connectivity, being selective about whom you invest in is potent. Let your commitment be absolute when you're present, but relish your absence when you're not. Focus on your growth, passions, and life outside of relationships. Moreover, practice emotional self-control. This doesn't entail emotional detachment, but maintaining inner composure. Don't expend emotional energy indiscriminately. Reserve it for those who reciprocate your investment. In essence, limiting access isn't about manipulation or playing games. It's about nurturing connections of depth and substance, fostering lasting relationships built on mutual respect and genuine connection. Chapter 3: Quietly Establishing Limits. This chapter centers on self-esteem and aligning with personal principles. It's about demonstrating, not merely articulating, that you hold yourself in high regard and thus merit respect. Embrace a bit of discernment, composure, and stoicism in navigating relationships. Strike a balance between openness and restraint. It's transformative in how others perceive and treat you. Value yourself and adopt a stoic demeanor in today's dating scene. Step 4 in Stoicism prioritizes action over words. Show, don't tell. This principle rings true when setting boundaries. It's easy to declare your limits, but true strength lies in demonstrating them through actions. Consider this: anyone can claim they won't tolerate mistreatment, but when faced with the test, will they uphold their boundaries? Your power lies not in words but in deeds. Granted, it's not always easy, especially amidst heightened emotions. Yet, recall the Stoic teaching: everything, including our reactions, is within our control. When someone oversteps, it's your response that delineates your boundaries. For instance, if honesty is paramount to you and someone deceives you, your reaction speaks volumes. Walking away or addressing the issue calmly signifies your commitment to your boundaries and self-respect. This approach can redefine relationships. When others witness your unwavering boundaries and steadfast adherence to values, they grasp what you stand for. It's about fostering self-respect and maintaining it, even in the face of challenges. What's truly stoic is not solely addressing major transgressions, but also everyday boundaries. How do you react when plans are canceled abruptly? How do you respond to being taken for granted? Practice mindfulness in these moments, maintaining awareness of your worth and boundaries. Chapter 4: The Resilience of Departure. This chapter underscores the importance of the present moment and how your responses align with your boundaries. Are your actions consistent with your limits? It's about remaining mindful in everyday interactions, where the true test of your boundaries often arises. Let's strive to embody a touch more stoicism, not in rigidity, but in possessing an internal compass that steers our actions and reactions. When you embrace this mindset, people recognize you as someone who not only establishes boundaries but also respects themselves enough to uphold them. Step 5: Prepare to depart. In Stoicism, there exists the profound concept of detachment, not in a detached or uncaring manner, but in understanding what lies within our sphere of control. One of the most empowering decisions we can make is to choose whether to remain in or leave a situation that doesn't align with our values. This applies to relationships, where we've all found ourselves in situations that contradict our worth, yet we remain. Perhaps it's fear of solitude, change, or the hope for improvement. Yet, the true strength lies in recognizing that we have the power to depart from situations that compromise our values. This doesn't imply hastily abandoning at the first sign of trouble. Relationships necessitate effort, commitment, and patience. It's primarily about deeply understanding your worth, such that when faced with opposition, you're prepared to depart. It's about possessing the inner resilience, the stoic fortitude, to declare, "I value myself enough to refuse anything less than what I deserve." Walking away signifies self-respect, an unwavering commitment to your core values and self-worth. It need not entail dramatic exits. Oftentimes, it's a serene acknowledgement that the situation isn't conducive to your well-being. Yes, it can be daunting. The unknown holds fear. Yet, remember the Stoic wisdom that urges us to confront adversity with courage, accepting the unknown as part of life's ebb and flow. Sometimes, the bravest act is releasing what no longer serves you. You're not bound by necessity or fear, you're there by choice. Here's the secret: when you summon the courage to depart from what doesn't serve you, it's akin to clearing out the old to make space for the new. Chapter 5. Deeds echo louder than words. As we embrace the new possibilities ahead, it's about having faith that something better awaits and granting ourselves the opportunity to discover it. So, as we sip our coffee and ponder, let's remember that readiness to depart isn't about coldness, but about both loving others and respecting ourselves enough to declare, "I deserve more." Step 6. Prioritize actions over words. Stoicism, as we've been delving into, embodies practical wisdom. It encourages us to evaluate individuals based on their actions, not just their honeyed words. In a world saturated with charming rhetoric and hollow pledges, particularly in relationships, Stoicism advises us to look past the facade. Actions, it contends, unveil the truth. Consider this: it's effortless to articulate ideals or utter pleasing words, making promises and painting idyllic futures. But do actions corroborate these claims? The crux lies in the alignment between words and deeds. Let's face it, we've all encountered individuals who shower us with flattery and grand declarations initially, only for their actions to falter over time. This is where our inner Stoic must rise to the occasion. Stoicism counsels against succumbing to mere words or being swayed by emotions. It's about maintaining rationality, perceiving reality as it is. Inconsistencies between words and actions serve as warning signals, urging us to pay heed. This perspective reshapes our approach to relationships. Instead of getting ensnared in romantic rhetoric, we learn to scrutinize actions. We observe how individuals behave under stress, whether they honor commitments, and if they offer tangible support. By prioritizing actions, we establish a standard, signaling that we're attuned not just to words but to deeds. People realize they can't merely talk their way into our lives. They must demonstrate their worth and intentions through actions. However, let's be clear, this isn't about cynicism or blanket distrust. It's about employing discernment and safeguarding our hearts with Stoic insight. It's about remaining grounded amid emotions. Let's remind ourselves to heed actions, not just words, in matters of the heart. Let's embody Stoicism in love, rational, observant, and wise, knowing that actions invariably resonate louder than words. Step 7. Embrace healthy skepticism. Skepticism and Stoicism intertwine seamlessly. Stoics seek to perceive reality as it truly exists, not as it's idealized. In the realm of love and dating, you might question its relevance. Yet, haven't we all encountered individuals who articulate precisely what we wish to hear, prompting us to disregard warning signs? This is where our inner Stoic assumes command. Embracing skepticism is akin to possessing a superpower. It doesn't denote negativity or cynicism, rather, it signifies rootedness, a refusal to accept everything at face value. It's about scrutinizing, questioning, and refraining from diving headlong without due contemplation. Let's contextualize our actions within the broader scope of reality. Chapter 6. Nurturing prudent skepticism. Picture this: you encounter someone who seems remarkable. They shower you with compliments, discuss future plans, and everything feels like a whirlwind romance. Yet, you're skeptical. Stoic side advises caution. Slow down, let's observe if actions align with words. This skepticism isn't about bombarding them with questions or doubting every move, it's about mindfulness. It involves listening attentively while also observing their actions. It's about investing time to truly comprehend their coherence and authenticity. The Stoics champion logic and reason over emotional impulsiveness. In relationships, this balance is vital. When emotions reign unchecked, details can slip by. But coupling emotions with skepticism grants clarity. Moreover, skepticism shields your heart. By questioning, you're not diving into unknown depths blindly. Instead, you afford yourself the chance to discern the other person's true nature. It's about prudence, observation, and self-care, opening doors cautiously, not building walls. Step 8. The potency of refusal. Stoicism emphasizes personal integrity and the courage to uphold principles. This extends to our ability to decline in relationships. It's about asserting your values, even if it disrupts the status quo. Consider this scenario: you're dating someone and they propose something unsettling. Perhaps it's rushing the relationship or compromising your principles. The facile response might be acquiescence, but your inner stoic should intervene. It's about asserting your boundaries, respecting yourself and your values, even if it causes temporary discomfort. Chapter 7. Asserting boundaries with conviction. Setting boundaries isn't a walk in the park. In fact, it can be quite challenging, especially when you hold affection for the individual. That nagging doubt creeps in. What if my refusal pushes them away? Yet, this is where courage comes into play. Stoicism teaches us about courage not just in facing external obstacles, but also in confronting internal dilemmas. Saying no isn't merely about self-respect, it's a declaration that you value yourself too much to settle for less. Admittedly, there's a risk of losing them, but here's the crux: if declining something contradictory to your values drives them away, perhaps they weren't the right fit. This stance can transform relationship dynamics. Your willingness to say no, prioritizing your values over pleasing others, shifts their perception. It signifies respect for yourself, a trait that's undeniably attractive. Moreover, refusing what contradicts your values isn't solely about setting boundaries. It's about aligning with your true desires, not succumbing to the fear of solitude. So, let's internalize this: it's permissible to decline. It's about authenticity, living with integrity, as the Stoics advocated. It's about fostering relationships founded on mutual respect and genuine connection. Step 9. Abandon the chase. This aligns seamlessly with our discussion, particularly when viewed through a Stoic lens. Stoicism emphasizes focusing on what's within our control and relinquishing what isn't. Applied to relationships, it underscores the futility of pursuing someone who distances themselves. Imagine the scenario: things with someone seem promising, but then they start drifting away. We've all experienced similar circumstances, the urge to pursue them, to bridge the gap. Yet, the Stoics would advise otherwise. Why chase what's beyond your influence? What about your dignity, self-respect, and peace of mind? Chasing someone who retreats is akin to grasping water. It slips through your fingers. Chapter 8. Never pursue, always appreciate. Chasing someone is futile, leaving you hollow. The Stoic approach is to uphold your own value. If someone withdraws, let them. It's not about being distant, but acknowledging your inability to dictate others' feelings or actions. Admittedly, it's challenging not to succumb to the impulse to chase. Conclusion: embrace silent admiration. Trusting that if someone truly desires your company, they will stay, redirects your focus inward. When you cease pursuing, you prioritize your life, attracting those drawn to your strength and confidence. It signals, "I'm deserving." Adopting a Stoic stance in relationships, we honor ourselves, concentrating on our sphere of control. It's about seeking inner peace, not external validation. You hold the power to shape your response to the world, safeguarding your dignity and self-worth. Embrace this authority, let your actions and boundaries attest to your magnificence. These are avenues to showcase your value and acknowledge others, echoing the wisdom of Stoicism through actions, not mere words. Alright Stoics, we're nearing the end of today's video. I hope you analyze and apply the information you've heard. If you've reached this point in the video, it means you're truly interested in this great philosophy that, as I mentioned at the beginning, is only for winners and authentic warriors. So, I invite you to put the following phrase in the comments: I am a new Stoic, I will rise again and nothing can stop me. Once you've done this, you must subscribe and activate the notification bell to not miss any of our wisdom and thus reach the summit of success before anyone else. See you in the next one, winner.